Doherty is inviting you into her private life as she prepares for her newest role, Blushing Bride. The new WeTV show, Shannen Says, premieres next week. So Shannen and her husband, Kurt Iswarienko, join us now live this morning. Good morning to both of you.
Hi.
Hey,
good job pronouncing his last name, by the way.
Oh, good. See, that was the most nerve-wracking part. We were saying, is it this way? Is it this way? So now tell me, you know, you're a photographer. So has this been interesting to have the cameras kind of turned on you now and be in the limelight?
It definitely taught me a lot of psychology that I didn't know before. You know, I thought I had my spiel down as a photographer, but I learned a lot about sensitivity training, I guess you could call it, for working with people that have to be in front of the camera.
Now, Shannen, we know that this is kind of all about the wedding planning process and everything like that. You got to work with David Tutera on the wedding planning. What was that like?
It was great. You know, I mean, the show is definitely the wedding and the wedding planning is a very large component. But I think the heart of the show is a relationship. You know, it's about two people taking that step, getting married, and what it means and how it affects the relationship. Because once you make that commitment to say I do to each other, you know, the woman is all about priorities shifting and maybe not so much for the guy, and so it's really about taking two very strong personalities and going, how do we find the middle ground that works for both of us to make this relationship work so we can actually make it down the aisle for the wedding we are planning.
Now speaking of that, the kind of back and forth and the decision making, everything like that, the big internet news today is regarding the show, you and the prenup. Shannen, what is going on with that and what did you guys end up doing?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch the show. That's the point, right? I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, as I guess one of the new clips that's out there, you see a little prenup conversation, and I think we were both a bit shocked when somebody brought it up to us, but I had actually already sort of handled it.
You had already done it yourself. It looks like you had already looked into it, so something we'll have to wait to see on the show. Now, I've got to ask you about this too, Shannen.
Exactly.
Radar Online says Shannen's a bridezilla, and actually maybe I should direct this at you, Kurt. Is she a bridezilla?
Sure.
What is she really like in real life?
Okay, I'm sorry, hold on. I love these people
I asked him.
who make comments, but like, who are these people that are deciding what I am? It's kind of funny. I love incredibly false statements. They make me laugh.
What do you
the other
think,
answer could be, well, you'll just have to watch the show and see if she is or not. No, I mean, she's the furthest thing from a bridezilla. That term is just, I think it's too broad of a stroke for even real bridezillas, because there's you know, when you're planning a wedding, it is very, very trying and difficult or whatever. But she was actually grace under pressure the whole time. It was, I think the process itself was the bridezilla, not the people that are involved in it. And Shannen in particular did an amazing job. And there was never any fighting about wedding planning. We fought about normal stuff that everybody fights about in relationships. So.
But I'm sure if you're reading Radar Online tomorrow, I will be. I'll be. I don't know, paying how much money to be flying to the moon. So.
All right, sounds good. You guys sounds like a normal relationship with arguments and love and the whole thing. So congratulations on your wedding and the show.
Thanks.
And I want to let you're welcome. I want to let everybody know that it premieres on WeTV next Tuesday. If people are interested in watching, congrats, you guys.
All right, thanks a lot.
I'm just curious if after this they're going to do another one, because this is leading up to the wedding.
Sure.
And sometimes then they would do one, you know, depending on, you know, if they wanted or whatever, a next show.
Right.
Kind of like, you know,
like
Jessica did, Nick Lachey did.
Yeah, like
That's
maybe
gotta
Kim
be
and
tough.
Chris would have done if they would have lasted more than a couple
That's
days.
got to be tough on a relationship. Sometimes if you go into the right attitude, it might actually help, but you would think it'd be tough to have cameras around you 24/7.
Oh, it's hard enough to have this camera on us
Right.
for 6 hours.
Right.
And we're not talking about our personal lives. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I think it would
Normally
be a lot of
about
pressure.
this time, you're like stuffing your face with food, burping, stuff like that people are not expecting on TV.
That's why our ratings are so good.
Exactly. Coming up, it's the next generation of laundry technology targeting those tough stains.
Yeah, but does it actually work? Sherman has details on the all-new